I am JDWolf, and welcome to my XCom Enemy Within Long War overview, early game. Long War is a complete overhaul of every aspect of XCom to make the game longer and harder while giving you more tools to combat the aliens. It has a deeper tactical and strategic game in all areas. Some of the major changes are many more missions, up to 12 soldiers on certain missions with the right upgrades, 8 soldier classes, new abilities, new technologies, more weapons, more armor, deeper interception game, a deeper strategy game. The aliens in Exalt have their own abilities that they get over time. A resting system to force deeper soldier rosters, different second wave options. All changes to make the game longer, harder, and essentially more satisfying in the end. The mod can be downloaded from Nexus Mods at nexusmods.com. The version for Enemy Within, the one I'm talking about, is version 3, and though it's still in beta version 9A, it's getting close to final release, and I found it very solid. Now, it does change your game, so to get it out of there will require either backing up your XCOM folder prior to installation, which is what I did, or you can perform an installation verify through Steam to get it out of there. The options available in Long War, first of all, the difficulties. They suggest that you play normal difficulty first, and they suggest strongly. And I have to agree. I have been playing on normal, and though it may be tolerant of some mistakes and, save me once or twice, it is not easy, and you can definitely get squad wipes, and it is very difficult. Strategy game is just as deep on normal difficulty as anything else. Then there's classic, brutal, and impossible. They just, made up their own difficulty levels. And, I haven't played impossible yet, but like I said, normal is plenty difficult, at least at this point. Advanced options. I use Progeny and Slingshot turned on. They don't recommend Iron Man, of course, because it's in beta, and if it were to crash, you don't want to have that happen. And I've reduced the beginning voiceover. The second wave option has changed, a bit. Of course, we have Damage Roulette, the new economy, strict screening, world diversity. That's cool. Soldiers level up is randomized, and training roulette, safe scum, red fog, absolutely critical. Now, here's a couple of new ones. Liberators. One of the changes in this is that to get you can get countries back into the council by attacking the alien base in that country. And if you take the Liberators option, you must go to the base in every country and free all countries from alien control before you can take the final mission, which will make the game last longer because you have to do that. I didn't select that, and I'm kind of regretting that I didn't. I did pick Not So Long War because I wanted to get into the game enough for you guys to see. This is a shorter version of Long War for casual players. I don't have as much time. I'm not sitting here, 16 hours a day just playing games. With fewer mission and reduced development times. High stakes, diminishing returns more than human. Itchy trigger tentacle. Upon being revealed, some aliens may attempt to shoot at soldiers instead of moving or going into Overwatch. Interesting. War weirdness, alien sources, aiming angles. I love the aiming angles, and I did select that for my first playthrough. Mind hates matter. Genetically modified soldiers can't be Psi, and Psi can't get genes. So it's one or the other. So let's talk about some of these changes that have been made. First, we have the research tree. They have renamed some things. They've introduced a whole bunch of new stuff. You can now analyze different UFOs to get different abilities to take these guys down, different body armors, research, advanced aerospace concepts, such like that. Gauss weapons. There's a whole new set of weapons. Autopsies now take 10 corpses, so instead of being able to sell the corpses as you get them, you're going to have to hold on to those corpses to afford some of these things. Now, here I am in the early game talking about the gene mods. The gene mods, we have eyes and A lot of these are the same. The thing that you will see in the later game when we get to the skin is that mimetic skin has been completely removed. So the strategy I used in Series 5 is completely gone. Okay, so here we are in engineering. There are a number of items that you can buy that have changed a little bit. This is all pretty familiar. There are some new items. They've definitely increased the number of items. I don't have carapace armor yet, but I have phalanx armor. There's different attachments for your shiv that you can get. Now let's look at soldier and how you can equip them. Let's talk about items inside the loadout. Now, while each everybody has two item slots that they can fill, but now there are different things like alien trophy, battle scanner. Now anybody can carry at least one battle scanner, ceramic plating, AP grenades, and see how it's infinite on these flashbang smoke. You can have people carrying in each of their slots one of these guys. Laser sights, which is not as good as a scope, but it gives you +5 to aim. So you can equip your sniper with a scope and a laser sight, which is what I do. And anybody can carry a med kit. You don't have to actually buy those. So that opens up a lot of different strategies. You could have a team full of battle scanner wielding guys, full of grenade guys, full of scope and laser sighted guys once you discover scopes. If you don't want to get them the ability to not panic in combat, they could all carry around an alien trophy, which gives them the steadfast perk. So, you know, aliens could still make them panic, but they're not going to panic just from somebody being injured. All sorts of stuff like that. Also, even to start your basic assault rifle, you have an assault rifle and an assault carbine, which does a little bit less damage, but gives you better chance of movement. You have different types of basic armor. This armor is where you start. You can have everybody with a vest for health 1 and additional movement, or health 2 with less movement. It's all up to your personal strategy. So just out the gate, you can customize your team's outfits how you like to adjust to your style of play that you prefer. As for the facilities, here we are. This is early game, and I've built these fission generators to support these satellite uplinks. You see I have 5 satellite uplinks. Let's take a look at that. If you see, a satellite uplink will allow you to deploy 1 satellite, +1 for every 2 uplinks adjacent to each other. So the satellite uplinks that I have here will give me 10 satellites, which is enough for Europe, where I've started, North America, and Africa. Now, normally I like to rush satellites. I can't do that here. Also, you have to keep up with the research, laboratory and genetics lab here, and also the workshops for, and what I'm doing here is I'm doing a block of 3x3 workshops. The Foundry counts as one, and the Mech Lab will count as another, in order to get the refund of the money and the resources back. Because Allurium and alloys, yes, I've done pretty well recently. I've taken down the battleship. I did Gangplank to get the current Allurium and alloy that I have now. So let's take a look at the situation. And you'll see what they've done now is that instead of getting the full amount of money for each satellite deployed, which you do, you get half the money for anybody who is still on the council. So the deal is here, not that like in the original game, everybody is on the council, all the countries are on the council, but you only get money from those with satellites. No, you get half the money from everyone on the council, and then you get full money for, double that from everyone who you've deployed a satellite over. Now, the reason you want to deploy satellites in other countries is, of course, to get the continent bonus. The downside of that is that in the hangar, yes, you can have 6. It takes a lot, and they take a lot of damage. If I want to order an interceptor, 199 credits. It's very expensive to have these interceptors. Right now, I've gotten a satellite shot down over North America and Europe, and I need to pull these back. And the reason I've gotten them shot down is because I can't shoot down the UFOs right now because I don't have enough upgrades to my aircraft, which is a new set of upgrades that you really have to have in order to continually be able to shoot down these spacecraft. So let's talk about the Foundry projects that you can accomplish. There are a lot of new ones, enhanced ballistics, mag pistols, whatever to improve. You can also go enhanced lasers, which would be good once we get those guys. But we also have armored fighters, penetrator weapons, improved avionics, improved salvage. I mean, look at the cost of this one, for example. Okay, that's not good. Here, 400 credits for improved avionics, the ability to hit better. A lot of alloy, a lot of weapon fragments, which is rare. 3 UFO computers. Here, this one, improved salvage, will require 30 meld. Advanced metallurgy will require 60 meld. So there's a lot of different things. This one requires 20 floater corpses to get armored fighters, and plus meld. So there's a lot of things you can do with the meld, a lot more things you can do with the corpses. In the barracks, we have officer training school. Yes, you can increase the squad. You start off with 6. You can increase that to 8 with squad size 1 and 2. But beyond that, you have tactical officers where you can promote a certain number of your squad to lieutenant. And then when you do that promotion, you can give them bonus will or fatigue reduction. I normally pick fatigue reduction. And fatigue, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. Company officers, you can go up to captain. Field officers, you can go up to major. Regimental is colonel. And then commanding officer allows promotion to field commander with some additional unlocks. Now notice that the requirement is a total number of ranks in the squad. Not the squad, in the entire roster. So it's better to have a large roster, get lots of promotions. You have to get a lot of promotions across a lot of people in order to get that. So let's talk about those people. So here we are with the roster. I have a roster of 30 because I was told 30 is a good number. 30 is not a good number. I need more. There are different classes. Let's talk about that. First of all, we have different classes. We have engineer, rocketeer, scout, sniper, infantry, assault, medic, and gunner. When you send your guys out on a mission, whether you have 6 guys, 7 guys, 8 guys, they're going to get fatigued when they come back. They're going to be fatigued to different levels, depending on if you have the Stay Frosty ability to reduce that fatigue or whatever. The missions come pretty much every day. I mean, it's constant. So look at this right here. We have 2 days. We have 5 days for tectonic. Some of them are just 11 hours out. But look at the fatigue. Now, I'm only taking 7 or 8 guys, 7 guys to originally, now I'm up to 8 guys, onto these missions, and I've run through my entire roster. I am done. In fact, the last mission, which was Gangplank, I had to take Hex, and I believe I took Qilong with me. Extra, I might have even taken Mad Dog, who were already fatigued. You can take them on a mission, but when they get back, you see Hex took no damage on the mission. She is wounded for 6 days. I don't think that affects her will, but she is definitely out, and you can't send her on another mission. If you don't want to start getting, if I start pulling all these fatigued guys in for the next mission and the next mission, I'm going to get the wounded at 6 days up and up and up, and it's just going to be a nightmare. 30 soldiers is just not enough. Here's Qilong. He was 26 days. I took him on the mission. Mad Dog, who had 6 points plus the 3 for the armor and 9 points, was brought down to 1 hit point, out for 58 days. So the amount of time you spend in the hospital is quite increased. And you saw back over here in the officer training, there is no way to reduce that. Unless, well, maybe field officers. There may be some additional perks in here that I haven't hit yet that will allow, you to get out of the hospital quicker. But, injuries, cost lives. I mean, we'll take that one guy out, Mad Dog. She is out for 2 months just from the injury she took. One Overwatch shot that brought her down to 1 hit point, and she's out. Qilong had taken some acid damage from a Thin Man. similar to the Poison. I think they've changed a lot of the mechanics in the game as well. So a lot of changes. It really has made it into a new game for me. And if you enjoy that sort of challenge, I would definitely recommend it. They are still in beta. Once this mod comes out of beta, I will probably then start a campaign. There are so many missions, though. I may want to rethink how I'm doing that. I don't know. I will have other videos coming out about the different classes of soldier, and later all the different classes of mech warrior that I haven't even touched on because I don't even have that yet. But there are 8 classes of mechs, as well as the 8 classes of soldier. So be looking for those videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was informative, got you excited about the game. Maybe you get it on your own or you look forward to my other videos. If you did like the video, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. Until next time, stay safe.